Hey guys, Flying Phoenix here. Let's review something. Today I've got the EMAX Tiny Hawk. It's a brushless indoor, and outdoor on a calm day, brushless whoop, and it looks super cool. Let's check it out. Comes in a really nice little case here, carbon fiber case. It's really nice actually. You open it up, you get your instructions. You get the quad itself. You get a battery, 450 milliamp HV battery. It comes with a USB LiPo charger that does either regular LiPo or, see if it'll come out. There it is. Regular or HV. You can charge up to 4 at a time. And it comes with an extra little baggie here with grommets, screws, and a battery connector, a spare battery, little guy. Also, nice little feature of this case is it comes with these little foam inserts that you can take out and actually use. See if I can rip one out here. Use it for additional battery storage. I have some extra GNB 450 milliamp batteries. And I can just slide those bad boys right in there. Just like that. I can do 2 at a time, I think. Yep, I can. And now I can store 2, 4, plus 1 more, 5 batteries safely, securely, and I can fly wherever I go. So I think that's pretty neat. So we'll put that aside and take a look at the actual quad here. Super cool design. It is a pusher design as opposed to a traditional whoop. So it's actually, the motors are mounted upside down than what we're traditionally used to seeing. It also doesn't really have what I would call ducts. It's got more of a prop guard look to it. Usually ducts have a thicker shell around them, perimeter. These do not. And you also notice that there is not a lot of things in the way to prevent airflow from coming out. So I think that should help maximize some thrust and give us a little bit better handling around corners. It's a Stretch X design. I think that's kind of interesting. We'll see how it performs. Let's weigh it up really quick. Got our Weight Watcher scale here. See if I can't make it. There we go. And we're zeroed with the battery. It's coming in 41, 42 grams without the battery. We're looking at 28, 29 grams, I think. So that's pretty light. The motors that come with it are 08025 brushless. They actually have bearings in them, which is kind of cool. 15,000 kV motors. And they don't have screws for the props. They're just a press fit. Speaking of these props, they are proprietary. And you only get one set that comes with it. I don't know if you can buy the props by themselves or not, but supposedly they are extremely durable. As far as the flight controller, we've got an F4 Maytech F411 firmware. Again, that's the Maytech F411 firmware in case you want to update it on Betaflight. It's an all-in-one. It comes with the flight controller, the ESC, which is a 3 amp ESC, 1S rated, and it also has an integrated FrSky receiver. And that's for a D8 protocol. So pretty neat. The VTX that comes with it is separate, and it is right there. There's a little button to change your channel and your band in case you don't want to use the smart audio or can't use the smart audio. which this comes with, which I think is super cool that they've got smart audio in such a small little package here. But yeah, it also comes in 25 milliwatts only. So know that going into it, and that's fine. I think for this is designed for as a whoop. It's not designed to fly too far away. So I think 25 milliwatts should take care of what you need. The VTX does come locked, so that blocks you out from quite a few channels. You can unlock it, and the way to do that is as you plug in your battery right there, you're going to push and hold that button, the channel changer button, and it will unlock the VTX. The camera on it is a 600 TVL CMOS camera, and it's attached in this little canopy here through these little tabs. Yeah, I think the camera can pick that up pretty well. There's a tab there, and there's a tab right under there, and that's what the camera sits in. If by some chance you dislodge the camera, you can push the canopy in to raise this up just slightly and slide that bad boy back in. If you have to disassemble the entire quad, you can do so very easily with a tiny little Phillips head screwdriver. Let's see if I can't get this thing to focus. There it is. And these are little Phillips heads, really little. And you can just take this off and have access to the whole board and everything. So that's nice. As far as the battery goes, like I said, it comes with this little 450 milliamp HV battery, branded by EMAX. You can use, I think it'll fit it does fit the G&B's 450s. I do also believe you can buy some of the Beta FPV batteries, as long as they have these little pigtails on them, because the battery pigtail on this is just a little bit too short to use these little 1S batteries that don't have the pigtail, that just have a little notch. Now you can fix that by just desoldering the battery connection right there. Get a longer one, and then you can use that. That's what I'm going to do, because I have several of the Beta FPV batteries that don't have the pigtail. So flight times, you're looking at probably about 3.5 minutes, I would say, depending on how you fly. The way I fly, I can probably get about 3 to 3.5 minutes. If you're just slow boating, cruising around, doing a lot of hovering, real small gap hitting, I think that you could probably get 4 minutes plus on these 450 milliamp batteries. The rates on it that come with it tell me that this was geared toward people who are just getting into the hobby, new pilots, because the rates are very slow. And I mean, for an experienced pilot, it would be a challenge to fly it because they are so slow. Now, of course, you can change this at any time through Betaflight. You can also change the tune on it. I think I'm going to use Albert Kim's tune that he put on his, and if you want to see that, be sure to check out his video on this quad as well. So I think that this is great for beginners and those that are just starting out in the hobby. If you want something that's super resilient, get you in the air for not a lot of money, and you can bang it on just almost anything and it will come away and fly again, this is great. And you can also, for those pilots that are more experienced and like to really fly and rip around and race, this was definitely geared toward racers. It's a stretch X, obviously. So people that have a mind for racing whoops, I think, would really enjoy this. It handles extremely well. For a 1S whoop, it flies plenty fast. It is faster than my Beta 75 that has the 08 20 motors, brushed motors on it, and it flies faster than that. It's a it's a beast as far as cornering and just maneuverability. Now, if you are wanting something that is more of an acro stunt style, where you go outside and treat this more like just a monster whoop, this is, keep in mind, this is a 1S whoop style quad. It's not going to keep up with the 2S versions of this, like the Mobula 7, which is a great quadcopter from what I understand. But I like this one. I think that this, for me anyway, offers something that's super resilient and has great flight characteristics in the way that I want to fly it. I've got other quads. I've got a 2-inch tiny little quad that I can use to go and do acro outside. This I can fly inside. I can fly outside on a calm day. The way I fly my whoops, I like to, putter around and try and hit those tiny little gaps. And speaking of that, you won't be able to, I would hit quite as small of a gap as you would with a traditional 65 millimeter whoop, because it's a tiny bit bigger. That being said, I think you can still fit into some pretty tight spaces. You can configure the motors or the ESCs to beep. So technically it doesn't have a physical beeper, but you can program it to beep, and it actually works, and that's pretty neat. You can do turtle mode. It does have turtle mode on it. However, a lot of people have said that it's difficult to actually flip it over. I've managed to do it once or twice. It is a challenge, so take that as you will. But that about does it for the EMAX Tiny Hawk. I think it's a great brushless whoop, and I think it's a big winner in my book. So I'm going to leave you guys with some flight footage, and let me know what you think. Have a great day.